What's good, y'all? Rich Sosa back in a building with another banger. Now, first things first, I want to go ahead and say thank God King Jesus for another day and another opportunity. And as y'all can see from the looks of the title and the screen, today I put together a very special build for y'all in which I'm calling the Hybrid DROPSTEPPER. Now, I'm really excited to show you one of the most unique and rare lockdown defender builds out there. This build isn't just a defensive powerhouse, but it can also be an absolute beast on the offense. Now, imagine a post-scoring lockdown defender that can dominate on both ends of the floor. Now, this build is truly a monster, excelling in every single aspect of the game. Offensively, you're going to be unstoppable, and even more so defensively. Now, when it comes to anybody coming your way, you're going to be locking them down. It's really one of my favorite all-time builds that I brought to y'all because of its versatility, and it's really incredible because of the comparisons. So if you're looking for a unique and rare build that stands out from the rest, you're in the right place. So let's go ahead and dive into the details and see why this lockdown defender build is a game changer. But before we get any further, if it's your first time coming through, be sure to hit that sub button if you're new, smash that like button, turn on post notifications to be a part of the Rich family, and last but definitely not least, comment down TG for thank God King Jesus and where you're tuning in from, and I most definitely will be sure to get back to y'all with a response. So the first thing that we're doing today is putting this one under the shooting guard position. Let's go with the height of 6'8". As it comes to the weight, let's go at 234. And then once we get into that wingspan, I'm going to put this all the way up to 7'6". Now really, this is essential to move forward with the build, but if you want to make any changes or adjustments, go ahead and do so to your own liking. Now the first area that I do want to start with is going to be the physicals. So as for that stamina, put this all the way up to a 95. Getting into the vertical, I'm going to go with a 74. Now as we move into the strength, this is really optional, but I'm going to go with a 90. Getting into the acceleration, let's go with a 72. And then as we get into the speed, make sure you go with a minimum threshold of an 80. Now remember, when you do your Gatorade facility workouts, you get a +4 put towards these areas. So you'll have an 84 speed, 76 acceleration, 94 strength, 78 vertical with a 99 stamina. Now that's one attribute right there that I can really look forward to. Now let's get started when it comes towards the defensive end. So as for that defensive rebound, let's go with a 60. Getting into the block, I'm going to put this all the way up to a 78. And then as we move into the steal, I'm going to put this all the way up to a 91. Now this really is going to open up the floor on the defensive end. Moving into that perimeter, I'm going to put this up to a 93. And then as we get into the interior, let's go with an 88. Now as you can see, when it comes to these badges, we get bronze anchor, gold workhorse, and post lockdown. You're also going to be able to get gold clamps, ankle braces, challenger. Then you also get Hall of Fame off ball pass with bronze fast feet. Now as we get into the steal, 3 gold badges, glove, interceptor, and right stick ripper. For that block, I like silver chase down artist. And then for the defensive rebound, bronze box out beast with rebound chaser. Now we're off to a pretty good start when it comes to this build. So from here, let's get started with the shooting. So when it comes to that mid-range shot, I'm going to put this all the way up to an 85. Getting into the three-pointer, make sure you go with a 78. And then once we get into that free throw, make sure you go with a 76. Now as you can see, we're going to get bronze free points. Moving into the three-pointer, silver blinders, deadeye. You also get corner specialist, green machine, space crater, spot finder with claymore and open looks, gold guard up, and then agent 3. Now for that mid-range shot, the main badge that I'm looking forward to is gold midi magician. Now you can make your own changes or adjustments to this build, but I did max out that wingspan to get the most out of the defensive end. Really, for this build, when it comes to the pass accuracy, I'm going to put this up to a 75. That's the main area that I do want to focus on. Getting into the ball handle, let's go with a 45. And then for that speed with ball, I'm going to put this to a 31. Now the rest of the attributes will be left over for the finishing, but as you can see with these badges, we're going to get silver break starter, dimer, relay passer, then we get bronze touch passer, and relay passer. Let me know your thoughts and opinion on this build so far, but I promise you, I definitely did save the best for last. So when it comes towards the post control, let's go all the way up to a 95. Getting into the standing dunk, I'm going to put this all the way up to a 96, and this is really going to make the build very special, especially for most. Now getting into that driving dunk to get extra dunk packages, let's go with a 65. Moving into that driving layup, leave this as is, and for that close shot, I'm going to put this up to a 68. Now as you can see with these badges, they are pretty special. We get bronze fearless finisher, silver spot finder, then you get masher, fast twitch, silver pro touch with Hall of Fame dream shake. Now this badge is going to be essential online, especially when it comes to breaking ankles. Then you get giant slayer, also hook specialist with post fade phenom, and then whistle. Now when it comes towards the dunk, you also get aerial wizard on the gold tier with Hall of Fame precision dunker. As for the standing dunk, I like this badge here as well. Then we get gold aerial wizard, fast twitch, as well as rise up. And then to wrap everything up, you're going to be able to get badges like gold unpluckable, a back down punisher, also post fade phenom, bronze hook specialist, silver post playmaker, Hall of Fame post spin technician, drop stepper, and dream shake. These are going to be the main 2 badges that you really want to look forward to. Now really take this into account. If you activate your takeover, that's at least a plus 10, and on top of that, if you buy boost, that's another plus 4 to 5. Wearing gear anywhere from a plus 1 to 2, and the better you play throughout each game, I believe that you raise your attributes. So with all that being said, you have the potential to get every single area on this build at least a plus 10 to 15 when it comes towards the attributes themselves. As far as for the badges, as you can see, we're going to be able to get a total of 5 Hall of Fame, 22 gold, 18 silver, and 13 bronze. Now let's go ahead and move forward to make sure that everybody made this build correctly, and we should be able to get these 3 different comparisons. As you can see, Michael Jordan be number 1, and together we have created what I'm calling the hybrid drop stepper build. Now this is one of the best catfish lockdown defenders. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down below, and I would really appreciate it if everybody went ahead and commented down TG for Thank God King Jesus and where you're tuning in from, and I most definitely will be sure to get back to you with a response. And before we get out of here, if it was your first time coming through, be sure to hit that sub button if you're new, smash that like button, turn on post notifications to be a part of the Rich family. And before we get out of here, I got one last thing to say. God bless you, and Rich out.